Members are the core of FSC in the sense that our governance structure with the three chambers is what makes us credible. We have members who come together to find solutions across extremely different interests, and because they do that across the interest, the solutions they come up with actually have much more credibility than any other thing I could imagine. Looking at a General Assembly like this one in Bali, we see our members being heavily engaged, and they are so interested in fighting and discussing and doing all sorts of things. That is not necessarily the case always, because in some cases it's quite difficult to get the attention of members to do things. But overall, I would say yes, our members are interested in our mission.
So when you think about forests, FSC is the place to be. We've had now, I think, 9 General Assemblies. They are messy at times, but we end up at the end of the assemblies feeling like we got somewhere. I have never left an assembly without feeling up afterwards, impressed by how much people care about forests. They also care about communities, by the way. But it's really about forests. There's something about forests and trees that gets everybody going. And the FSC is like what they always say, right? Democracy is one of the messiest forms of government around, but there ain't no better. It's the best thing we got going. And I think we have already seen during this GA some moments which have made me emotional because people just care so much. And they may be on opposite sides of the questions, but they care. And FSC is the only forum in the world that I've run into where the people that are involved are on the ground trying to make change happen. And it's not a philosophical, political debate. It's about what's going on the ground. It's about practice.
I think it's one of the things that I love about FSC, remember, is that you participate, your voice is heard. It's about continuous improvement. So things will be difficult, everywhere we have challenges, but we are working on every day and doing General Assembly to resolve the issue and to improve ourselves. Well, what has been difficult is the language barrier that I have, because I also have members who are only French speaking. So now that French has been added, I think it's good for us, it's good for everybody, and it's good for FSC.
As a chamber-balanced organization with membership coming from economical, environmental, and social backgrounds, we have different interests, different ideas, and we need to work with all these ideas to come in a common ground where what matters is the mission of FSC.
The engagement of members is a very crucial, aspect. We try to share and discuss between diverse interests, but the most important thing is to reach consensus. That's why from GA to GA, I always insist on consensus. So I don't want people to dictate their opinions in FSC.
The challenges we see moving ahead is that we need to renew our membership. We started as a membership organization back in 1994. Many of our members are getting old, and we need to have a new generation. NGOs also are not what NGOs were in 1990s. It's a different thing that we are engaging in. So we need to find new groups of people working with internet in different ways, local community engagement and stuff like that. We're working on it, and I think we'll get there, but there are some challenges there.
We really need youth in the organization. We need activist youth in the organization. Those under 30 idealists, who know they can make the world better.
I always talk about the necessity or the need to have the engagement of this diversity as much as possible. So I'm not only talking about young people, but also older people. They have this experience of life. It is important to think about also the gender issue. We need to have this diversity coming to FSC, and probably we are going to get much more results.
Without members, FSC is nothing. It's the membership democracy that creates our credibility, that creates our spirit as an organization and our relevance for the world. So that is something we will continue to work on rejuvenating and making sure that it really works for the world.